Dude, I have so many questions for you. I have two
Hmm.
main questions, but they're so like, I'm praying to God you know what they are to your extent, because I don't know what they are. And like, one of them, the only reason I know of it is because some Mexican dude like started explaining it to me. Like,
Mexican dude.
yeah, that's what I was confused about. I was like, how do you know about this? And I don't know about this. Like, you're twice my age and you're not from here. Like, what the fuck is going on? So, are you ready?
Hmm. Yeah.
All right. So, I'll start with the first one, which is the Mexican dude. What's this thing called the Squid Game?
Oh yeah. Okay, that's a Netflix show.
Oh,
It just came
he
out,
was
but
acting like it was like on the news.
nah, it looks so dope. Dude, I was so mad. It looked amazing. I was like, finally, dude. You know, a good show on Netflix again. And then I clicked
Never
on
gonna
it, and
happen. Never gonna happen.
not only no, it looked like a good show. It's just all of a sudden the character talks, and his mouth moves one way, and English comes out the other way, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a foreign fucking. But I hate that. I hate it. I hate when Netflix
Oh,
tries to
so it
they
was a
market it as if it's a or English show, but it's not. It's a dubbed over horse. I'm not gonna read a show, dude, and I'm not gonna
well.
listen to some like bad dubbing. Oh my god.
What? Where is the show from?
I think like Japan or something. It seems Asian.
It look. I gotta admit, when did he show me a pic? Yeah, he had to because I haven't been on Netflix at all today. He showed me a picture, uh, where I think he was on his Netflix account on his phone, was like I was like I don't want to see what the shit you watch, and it had the big number one on it, meaning it's the number one trending on Netflix, and
Yeah,
it had
it's
like
a big
and
deal.
it looked Asian, and it had like I gotta admit it had one of those traditional masks though. Like I've seen that's like the new thing now with these like it's horror and it's supposed to be a mind fuck. It's like yeah, but they all use very similar masks to cover their face. It's like
Right, right.
I don't know how to explain. I would have to look at the mask again and then look at like six other like shows and movies who have like done the same thing. Like that what was that? Oh, Happy Death Day. You know, that was it's a very
Yeah,
similar
yep.
mask. It's just got that kind of like how slasher films used to have like a blank mask. But what's it? Do you know what it's about though, and why it's so popular?
Yeah, it's about this like it's this game. It's a made up game that they play, and it's kind of like a sport because it's like a physical game. And then from what I understand, like it becomes an actual game, and if you lose, like you actually die. And then it's like streamed to the internet, and that's like the premise of it. And it sounds cool as fuck. Once again, I think I would love the show. I just
But you
can't.
don't know Japanese.
Yes, and I'm not gonna watch someone say one thing and then some like bad dub actor be like ha ta 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 ta. Like the first scene is basically the dude like arguing with his mom about like bills, and it like that voice actors are so bad for the English dub. I was like, at least if it was good, I'd try it. But yeah, I don't
Hmm.
know. Maybe I'm shallow for that though. But I'm sure a lot of people are fucking enjoying it.
So it's a series,
Yeah, yeah. It seems like one of those like 8-part series.
a mini series, or a series that will have seasons.
I'm guessing it will have seasons.
I just I'm already I'm I'm all right.
Yeah, my attention span's getting a little too short nowadays.
Yeah, dude. Like it's just I can't with all the jerking off and the YouTube, like the YouTube. I can't do things for prolonged period. I used to. There was a time in my life a couple years ago where I was really with meditation and really fucking not being impatient. I was being very patient and cool, calm, collected. And then I looked in the mirror one day. I was like, "This isn't you."
Yeah.
This is like, how many of those motivational videos do you gotta watch till you realize that this isn't you? That's not who you are. Like, so then I stopped doing all that shit, and I'm not getting into a fucking mini series in Japanese. I'm just not fucking doing it.
Yeah, never, 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 never. I don't
Never
like.
ever.
I have trouble watching movies, man. Um,
Yeah.
like back in the day, I could watch a pretty like average movie, and if it was average, I'd be like, oh, all right, and I'd stick around. Now it has to be like a 10 out of 10 movie for me to even get through it in one sitting.
Yeah, dude. Like, I think it's just been I've been so what's it called? not bribed. What's the word? What's the word? Spoiled. I've been so spoiled with great content because it's so dude. If you live in this fucking country, it's so easy for you to get content. It's unreal how easy for like. I've been so spoiled with it. Like you said, unless it's like up to like the Green Mile or Shawshank Redemption or something. Like unless it's up to that
Yeah.
level movie, it's like why the fuck am I like with Bill Burr? Like he really fucked me over because it's impossible to find someone as funny as him. And
Yes.
then
Yeah.
and here he is with a fucking podcast he does twice a fucking week. It's like, bro, dude, you've provided me with so much content. I can't look at anyone else and think they're funny anymore.
That's a problem too. I've taken a. I don't listen to as many podcasts as I used to because I kind of got like burnt out by listening to the funniest ones on the planet, and then I'm like you said, it's like then you start to run out, and it's like, well, I can't go listen to a mediocre podcast now. Like, what the fuck? So I don't know. That's a weird thing. I feel like with YouTube Shorts too. I haven't really been watching YouTube. I've only watched Shorts now. And even then, sometimes it's like a 25-second short, and I'm like, oh, this is a long video. As I'm like flicking through it, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? I'm like, get to the punchline, man. It's supposed to be
dude,
short.
I'm at a point in my life where if it's like a 15-25 second video, because I know like the punchline's coming up near the end, I've actually sometimes double
Yeah,
clicked to the right to skip 10 seconds. Like, what
yeah,
the fuck is wrong with me?
yeah.
I can't stay there for literally 67% of the video. Like, I actually have to fast forward it so I can hear half of the punchline and go, that was funny.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I was at the store earlier, and I saw like a literal 4-year-old girl with like a smartphone, and I was like, that's frightening. And she was using it, you know. She
You're,
wasn't
uh,
just hold like she
you're
was. It looked
becoming
like hers.
you're becoming everything we talked about in the actual episode, which will be 46.
No, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just, I noticed it. I was like, huh,
One thing
that's,
I noticed because we were talking about millennials, us making fun of Gen Z, just like how our parents' generation made fun of us, but for some reason they're just not seeing it. It's like, no, this is different. I will just say this: I haven't seen a generation, and maybe it's because I just haven't like looked into it. I'm sure it has happened, of course, every fucking time. But like, so millennials called older people boomers, and I guess they're calling Gen Z Zoomers. And it's like you like do we really think we're just that much the shit that the generation before and after us are just complete piles of shit and we're just awesome we're that cool, which by the way the boomers think they are, like they think they're the best fucking generation and they
oh yeah, 100%.
survived the wars and the cold and fucking like leukemia. It's like maybe actually that's what it is, like we just think we're the shit.
Yeah, I mean, the Zoomers are gonna think the same thing, you know. Once they get to a certain age, they're gonna be like, oh, these fucking alphas and the fucking millennials.
Yeah, there's
Which is
people
crazy
not
that they're called alphas.
who.
Like the generation coming after Gen Z is Gen Alpha.
Wait, what? The Generation Z is already over?
Yeah, like Generation Z goes from like what's the age thing now? It's like 25
How does
down
that
to
shit
like age
work?
7. I don't know. It's pretty. It's not like an exact thing.
No, it can't be age 25. That means I'm like near the very bottom of what a millennial is. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah, oh yeah,
possible?
for sure. Yeah, because
Wow.
you're around the like you're what 20 around. My sister's like 26, I think, this year, and she's a millennial, but she's like right near the cutoff.
She's obese, so she's kind of slipping over to the other side.
Oh yeah, she got one foot in, one
She
foot out.
she can't fit to this side.
Yeah, she's got one toe in the boomer, fucking.
One toe in the boomer.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember those old like your mama's fat jokes where it's like she gets around the whole world. I forget that joke,
Your
but
mama's so fat. Oh man, God, go bring
she's
me back to that generation for the love of God.
yeah. I kind of always hated the mama joke stuff though.
What?
It was like it was funny, and of course we used to go on those websites, but like I don't know, it's like knock knock jokes, you know. Remember Remember all the racist ones though?
Oh, the racist ones were I mean, first off, the best ones, but they were
Yeah.
just so fucking like. It was just like, man, like, why? This was awesome at one point. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, I remember I was seeing one. I forget what it was, but they were all like categorized, and like the black one was like, "Why do black people like sex so much?" And I don't remember the punchline, but I don't remember specifically because I was like, "Wait, that's a stereotype? Like, what do you mean? Doesn't everyone?" I've never heard that, but it was probably written by some like actual racist.
The second thing I wanted to ask him. Wait, hold on. Let me. Why do I have three people in my waivers? Crowder for Gaskin. Oh, and then if I can't get neither of them, yeah, I guess just leave that in there. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my fantasy football team. I'm a fucking maniac. My second question is that you might know. And I feel like if you know what the Squid Game is, then you probably know what this thing is. And I just realized it was the same fucking Mexican guy that told me this. Like, that's where I get my news.
Yeah, this guy.
Some Mexican dude.
It's like, yo, I've got a short video. It's like fucking
Yeah.
7 minutes long. It's like, dude.
Supposedly, based off what he said, oh shit, I'm looking at the Flex Seal guy. He's like the size of Godzilla in this commercial. For some reason, or no, not for some reason. He said WhatsApp and Facebook and Instagram they got hacked into and they had to shut down for a day.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And I guess the people from Anonymous were a part of it.
That's crazy. I didn't know it was hacked, but I was listening to a podcast and they were trying to use Instagram and Facebook and it was down. So I knew it went down, but I didn't know it got hacked for a whole day.
Well, I guess it got. This is what he, and at the end of the day, it's just some Mexican guy. But who knows?
What's it matter that he's Mexican, by the way?
What's up?
What's it matter that he's Mexican?
Because it's the whole story, like that. Like it matters to like the whole. Like
What's he got like a sombrero on?
No, like if it's I wish he did. Then it would be more like a caricature. It's just this one fucking Mexican dude is like over here. Yeah, man. So like they had to shut it down, right? Because Anonymous hacked into it. I'm like, how do you know? Like how? How are you not trying to sell
like,
oranges right now?
They're hacking, man.
Yeah, dude,
you should have seen him, man.
Blowing my
like the long shirt down to his knees. Like cholos, man. We don't hack over in Mexico, man. I don't know. You white boys is crazy.
That's
like,
but
right.
it wasn't that bad. Like if it was that bad, I would have been like, this is I would have restarted recording it. But because it was so funny but also realistic, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Is any of this true? But he basically but dude, this is where like I knew he was this is where I knew he was wrong, but I still understood what he was doing or saying. He goes, yeah, so they got hacked and they didn't know what was going on. So Mark Zuckerberg, that's what he called him, by the way. Mark Zuckerberg.
They had Mark Zucchini over there.
Yeah, dude, Mark Zucchini. He literally told, dude, this is what he says to me. I swear, dude, I'm not paraphrasing. He goes, so Mark Zuckerberg goes to the headquarters and they just go to each other and they're like, yo, let's just pull the plug, and they unplug it. And I'm like, they unplugged Facebook. they're
there's fucking, one plug that just says Facebook on it.
So their strategy against Anonymous was like, yo, let's just unplug this shit and figure it out.
Oh my god. I promise that's not how it happened.
Dude, I just imagine this is how dumb my mind is. I'm like, well, the size plug for like a washer and dryer is like a 3-prong. So I wonder what the size plug for Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. I wonder what the size for those 3 global applications. I wonder what kind of wire we're talking about, an outlet for this.
Dude, you need like 4 guys to unplug it.
4 guys? You need like 4 fucking tanker trucks.
Yeah.
But the thing I didn't understand, he was starting to talk about how like, yeah, they were getting like all this information and they're gonna sell it on the black market and shit. And then he started saying stuff where I'm like, I know this, where he's like, yeah, you can go online and you can buy like drugs and weapons and fucking body
Dark web,
parts.
man.
And I'm like, yeah, dude. I know.
He
I'm
stole
not
all
that.
our data.
But what I didn't understand was, I thought these anonymous people, the hackers and everything, I thought they were like, aren't they like in a way like, I guess what would be the correct term, anti-heroes, where like they're hacking, but they're doing it to like they're doing it for a good cause. But wouldn't just like hacking into Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp and just selling everyone's information on the black market, isn't that just like greed? So I was confused when he started talking about that.
Yeah, so apparently, anonymous, they're white hat hackers, which means they do shit for good, and they only fuck with people who did like bad shit. But I watched a whole like video about some of the stuff they've done, and they've also like gone after people just because people have talk shit about them. Like they've been like, "Oh, anonymous, fucking, it sucks," and good luck trying to hack me, and then they will hack the person and fuck with them, and it's just kind of like. They seem like what's a good analogy? They seem like Spider-Man, but if Spider-Man like had
Got
like
the
a power
symbiote.
got the symbiote.
So
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3.
Yes, but not gay.
They seem like Spider-Man, but they like when Tobey Maguire has a comb over.
Yeah. It's like they do good shit, but then they also like do fucked up shit sometimes because they have too much power, and it's kind of like when I watched that one video, I kind of walked away from it being like, oh, these guys kind of fucking suck.
Well, I mean, was the video like all just like talking what the bad things Anonymous does?
No, it was more of like
Was it like I feel like anyone
here's
would read
10
that video.
things. No, it was like here's 10 most famous hacks of Anonymous. It's one of
Okay,
those
so
like it
that's
was like an
kind of
informative video, but
that's
I
a
got
good
the
kind of
vibe that they
video
were kind of
when
shitty. I was like, these guys have kind of done some fucked up shit because they can, like who's gonna stop them? They can do whatever the fuck they want.
that kind of stuff. I will say that, I mean, Anonymous, if you're listening to me, like all the she-male porn I've watched, I mean, like when you do release that, can you just do it like don't release all the like release the top ones where they at least kind of look like girls. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I will say this: the one thing that has always bugged me about Anonymous, because I really I honestly, for the life of me, can't remember or understand like what they have done, is the fact that they wear that fucking V for Vendetta, man. I fucking hate that overrated fucking movie and mask. Like when people wear that mask, it's like I look at it, I'm like, what do you bought it? You bought a mask. Like everything
Yeah.
that the mask is supposed to represent, you literally did the exact opposite the second you took out your debit card. Like it blows my fucking mind, that fucking mask.